Peace. In this video, we are going to discuss how to thrive in this most lucrative space of coaching and consulting. I have been in the space for about 18 years now. Started off as a public speaker, then did the NLP, then became a one-on-one coach, then did the hypnosis, and I have done the entire spectrum of what it takes. And I would like to tell you with total certainty that this is an amazing industry, and it is just beginning. It is going to grow, it is going to get better, and your job is to find a way to maximize your ability to get what you need from it. The beauty of this industry is that you can build a great lifestyle and career from it and make an impact at the same time. That is why it is great, and that is why I want to share with you what are those things that you need to be aware of if you're going to thrive in this industry. Okay, number one, the people who have stayed, and I like this from Brendan Burchard. Most guys who start in this industry and do not understand that it is a long-term gain forget the part of commitment. They forget that you have got to be super committed from day one. That's why I tell everybody, okay, if you pick a niche, you got to speak to 40 people before you say that niche doesn't work, period, okay? If you decide that you're going to go into this business, you got to do it for 5 years, period, okay? Most importantly, you got to be committed for those 5 years to consistently show up. Because you're in the business of people, you're in the business of helping other people, you got to show up for those people, especially if they depend on you for a service, okay? So it is important. Number two, for you to thrive in this business, you must ask yourself, how can I provide the greatest value? How can I be the person who provides the greatest value? If you want to make $1 million in this industry, provide value worth $1 million, period, okay? The quality of the sacrifice determines the blessing, okay? If you know anything about the Bible, if you understand what Abraham had to do when he was asked for a sacrifice, was what that is what determined the blessing on him. The quality of the sacrifice determines the quality of the blessing. Therefore, you better put it to yourself and say, okay, I am committing. I am going to give so much value. I am going to do whatever it takes. I'm going to sacrifice for me to be able to thrive in this business. There's no one who is doing great in this business who didn't sacrifice and or who did not give so much value. It doesn't exist, okay? Next, you must be a student first. You must come in here understanding that you are going to be a student for the rest of your life. Why? It is an evolving industry. You must be learning. You must be growing. You know, one of my mentors always says, Philip, the moment you stop learning is the beginning of the end. If you're not growing, you're dying. So you must consistently grow and do those things that make you a better person. Most importantly, you always must be in a position to help your clients, especially as a coach consultant. You can't help them if you're on the same level. If they outwork you and are better than you, then guess what? You're obsolete. You're out of business. Next, you must create amazing networks. You must create a network of friends, a network of peers, a network of coaches, a network of people who you can call on to, especially when you are beginning, that can kind of lift you up, that can give you, you know, something that is going to help you to be able to succeed. But most importantly, the network of people who hold you accountable, they're your greatest cheerleaders, they don't take your bullshit. Most importantly, they believe in you. That's a crucial network, okay? Especially as you grow and take advantage of this lucrative industry. Next, you must position yourself as a person of authority. How do you gain it? Put in the work, get to know what's going on, put out so much value, be prolific, get great solutions, be the kind of person who knows so much about it that inevitably you're going to be a person of authority. Next, you must, and this is where, you know, most people are going to find a challenge. You must polarize the audience. You must be able, there's no money in the middle. What is the saying? It goes right now, okay? Either you make money or you make excuse, okay? Either you're with me or you're not with me. So you must be able to clearly state who you are, show up, this authenticity thing, sometimes we miss the point, but you must be able to show up in such a way that other people are going to love you, other people are not going to love you. You must be able to call people out on their BS, okay? I am a great fighter for capitalism. I believe that you got to put in the work. I believe that business owners and capitalism and entrepreneurs are the people who are going to change the world. I totally believe that, okay? So when somebody comes into me and I tell them, hey, you got to produce 12 videos a week, and they say, oh, I can't do that. End of story. Okay, why? Because I know what it takes. Okay, so I would rather say that and put certain people off. I'll give you a great example. When I was doing consulting, in a certain, I came to a stage where I could not do any government work. Okay, why? They were frustrating. They didn't want to be there. I wanted to make a difference. I wanted to change their lives. They just wanted to get a certificate. I said, no, I'm not going to do it. So I decided to talk about it, talk so bad about it, give them so much stick that when they had my name, they didn't want anything to do with me. But that also made sure that the people in the private sector loved me, because I would go in and I would make things happen and make them $1 million. That is why I was always called the $1 million client. Okay, I mean the $1 million coach. Next, you must consistently be aware of what's going on. What is trending? What is factual? What are lies? If somebody comes and says, hey, I'm going to make you, $10,000 in a week, you must be able to say, dude, hey, it's not going to happen. Okay. It is only going to happen if you have built enough steam, enough momentum, and you can actually use that as a basis to spring. You must be able to understand, okay, what's going on? What is working? TikTok is taking off. Am I there? Do I understand it? Can I spend a day figuring it out? Okay. You must solve real problems, not problems in your head. Don't come up with things in your head and then say, oh, I think that I'm going to be a leadership coach and I'm going to solve project-related problems. No, go and ask the market, what is their problem? What is their greatest desire? Come up with a great solution, turn it into an irresistible offer, and make money. Don't come up with stuff in your head. And this is what happens to most consultants, business trainers, okay? Because you love a certain thing, you just decide, guess what? I'm going to do this because I love it. Damn, don't be damn, okay? Come up with something that is based on the 12 market penetration questions, where you find out what does your market really want. And when you come up with those, guess what? You then know the exact messaging. Then you know the problem to solve. And when you position yourself and present the problem and a great solution, bingo, you start to make money. That is how these guys are doing what they have to do, especially if you want to play at that level. That is how we have been able to scale our business consistently, because we are always asking ourselves, what is the problem that we are solving? Next, contribute to the industry. Become the kind of person who wants the industry to be better, okay? Talk to other people in the industry. Be able to align with standards. Be able to portray the professionalism of the industry. Be a cheerleader for the standards and great work, okay? For example, I don't like one-night stands in this industry, where some guy comes and says, you know what, I can make this happen for you overnight. No, I want you to create products that are going to help a person long term, and then that person can then grow with you, so you both make money along the way. All right, so be a person who cheerleads on the industry, contributes to your industry. Most importantly, you will then begin to get the attention of important connections. Okay, then people will begin to look at you as somebody they can depend on, that they can seek advice from and get counsel from. And if that happens, then you begin to command the big bucks. And most importantly, people begin to call on you to partner with you. That is what makes you an amazing part of this industry contributor. Next, omnipresence. Get over yourself and be everywhere all the time, every time. YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, wherever, it doesn't matter. Why? Omnipresence is about you showing authority, knowing that, yes, I am here to serve everywhere you go. Now, I know some of you are like, you know what, I can't shoot the videos, I'm camera shy. I was camera shy. I am an introvert. I don't like to sometimes get out and do this, but guess what? I have got an obligation to all the coaches, consultants out there who want to grow their business and make a difference in the world. I have an obligation to help them and support them because I've done it for 18 years. Therefore, because God has planted it in my heart, it's only fair that I am able to share it to help other people. Whether I want or not is irrelevant. What is relevant is my goals, my desires, my vision, my purpose is about making this world a better place. And the vehicle with which I'm going to do that is by helping other coaches, consultants, speakers to do the same, avoid the mistakes, find out what works, give them leverage. Most importantly, give them the quickest way to make a difference so that together we can do this world good. Finally, have the courage to stand alone. Have the courage to say no. Have the courage to stick it out, because the people who really make it in this world is in this particular business is they first stand alone, and they are ridiculed, and they're told, because you'll be ridiculed, you will be laughed at, you'll be told your stuff doesn't work. I have friends who I went to school with who tell me, they still used to ask me, dude, do you still do that stuff of yours of talking to people? They say that, but they're not doing as great. I'm coming from drinking wine in the vineyards in Switzerland because of the ability to help companies get better. This guy hasn't made $10,000 in the last 3 years, but he's busy telling me, oh, do you still do that stuff of yours, in a look down at me kind of way. And I just smile at them and say, yeah, you know what, I'm still out there hustling. Until they're like, oh man, you know what? The guy has stuck with it 10 years, 15, 20 years. Okay. And yes, I'm going to be here regardless of what they said. Oh, people don't last in small business, whatever. Yes, it is going to be up and down, but there is a line of going to the next level as long as you're in here to make a difference. So that is how you can also thrive in this very lucrative business, because you think about it. Which other business can you run with just your laptop and shooting videos? Which other business can you charge? Can you charge people between $5,000 to $10,000 for something that you already recorded, and they just go in and they listen to it and they take action and make more money? Which other business can you run from anywhere in the world regardless? Okay, now there's a few there, but guess what? Coaching, consulting, and public speaking gives you that ability to live a great life. And I think that is a great place to stop here and say, if you want more of this stuff, give me a thumbs up, smash that like button, share it with somebody, because sharing is caring. Most importantly, give me some feedback and tell me what else you'd want me to shoot out for you. How else can I help you? How else can I support you in our journey to continuously have the audacity to live life on our terms? Until next time, live strong. Peace.